Hello everyone. So kind of back with another video. This one, as mentioned in the channel, I said that I would be going over EURCAD, EURCHF, and GBPAUD. So EURCAD and EURCHF, I sent these beforehand in the Telegram channel, but the third one, GBPAUD, I didn't send that in channel, but I still would be going with that. But because this is absolutely for education purposes. Now again, there was another trade that I took last week, which was based on Euro GBP. I will just go a little bit on that as well, but the main concept, I would discuss that in the next video. So starting from EURCAD, let me just go over 4 hour. Okay. Okay, so starting from the monthly time frame, basically I was seeing this low. Okay, low was kind of stop hunted by this wick right there. So this gave me an indication that price might be, that was a counter trend, because if you observe the momentum structure, we are still to the downside. But I was thinking that euro might get stronger. Seeing euro USD, I was thinking that maybe it would form possible, um, you know, uh, retracement, bullish leg right there after taking on this low. But I was pretty much wrong. Because of that, I had an SL. So obviously, whenever you have an SL, you get to learn few things, which was the bullish momentum right there and the structure. And price seems to be in high time frame distribution, so yeah, that might be a problem. On weekly, um, there wasn't really anything, to be very fair. Price was kind of distributing right there. Let me just go over daily. I think I sent that previously. I was seeing this as redistribution, and I was expecting price to come up there and do the last point of supply and then fall down, mitigating this order block, because this flip this demand zone right there. Okay, but obviously I was wrong. I was expecting this to turn out an accumulation, but maybe it's just kind of redistribution right there. So on 4 hour, okay, so on 4 hour, I was considering this as the accumulation. This low right there got stopped by very few pips right there, and I consider this as a spring, and I was expecting price to go upside. We had a flip right there, price stretched to that, a flip, price came down and again pushed upside with huge momentum. We had also liquidity right there, so I was really expecting price to maybe push upside, taking out these highs right there, but that was not the case. So on 4 hour, I already had an accumulation schematic, and I was expecting price to move upside and take these relative equal highs right there, maybe do something like that. So that was my anticipation, and according to that, my target would have been hit, but obviously that was not the case. So yeah, that was what I was expecting on 4 hour. I actually sent a huge, a detailed analysis on EURCAD in the channel. Okay, so let me just go down to my entry, which was based on 30 minutes. Come on, just hold on a second. Okay, so as you know that I had 4 hour accumulation, and I really like behavior, the fractal behavior of price. So I waited for price to kind of do another reaccumulation, and then I was thinking to get in uh, the setup. So right here, these were equal lows right there, and price came down and immediately came within the range, the trading range. It mitigated this auto block right there. This auto block was respected, and I was expecting price to push upside at least to this level, and previously the ones which we marked on the 4 hour. So at this point, uh, at this as this candle closed, came back within the range. I immediately took the position. That was on Friday. That was on Friday, yeah. So the market closed, and on Monday I had some, I was seeing some consolidation, and eventually price came down and hit my stop loss. So my stop loss was based on, as you know, that 4 hours accumulation. So I didn't wait for any fractal uh, accumulation right there. Just placed my stop loss right there, and targeted those equal highs right there, which I was expecting price to grab. But obviously that was not the case. This bearish momentum, you know this auto block held, and price came down, and stopped me out right there. So yeah, this was EURCAD, and you may see right there the trade I took, and it got stopped out. So yeah, so moving down to Euro CHF, and let me talk there. Okay, so let me just go down, go over monthly. Okay, so on monthly time frame, uh, this was kind of low right there. Wasn't there any? Yeah, so this was kind of last low right there. Price with that, actually, let me just show you clearly. Price actually with that, but again, the mistake I did on EURCAD, I didn't do that on EURCHF. I know my correlations are fucked up. Like at one point I'm selling EURCHF, and the other one I'm buying EURCAD, but I'm kind of flexible with what markets are showing me. Sometimes I do mistakes, like in here I didn't went against the momentum, and I didn't went against the structure. Went with it, and that turned out to be TV hit for those 2 hour chip game. So that was a mistake which I did on EURCAD, but at this on EURCHF I didn't do that. So yeah, that was the momentum right there. It was really strong right there. The structure was kind of to the downside, and I was expecting price to maybe push a little bit downside. Okay, on weekly, on weekly, I had this a redistribution right there. I was considering this as a redistribution. Price broke to the downside. This huge momentum again on weekly, like I'm not seeing any weakness in momentum. Like it's continuously keeping its flow. It's not getting, because I'm not seeing any single bullish candle within this impulse right there. So that showed me that the price might be continue pushing downside. Okay, so on daily, I don't think so there was anything specific on daily. Yeah, there wasn't anything specific on daily. On 4 hour, okay, on 4 hour. Okay, so right here, uh, this kind of seemed to me an accumulation. Like I was thinking that maybe this was an accumulation, but when price was pushing upside, I wasn't really seeing any good amount of bullish momentum in the market. Like I wasn't really seeing anything. So uh, for that, I thought that this accumulation was maybe for a really short period of time. Like if we had got into right there, we could have capitalized, but sooner after taking out these highs, the momentum got really weak. It was really not worth it to go against that, because the structures are clearly breaking to downside. So I was expecting price to, it was right there. It was again consolidating, and I was thinking that maybe this accumulation has turned out to be in a redistribution, distribution. So I was expecting price to sell off right there. So on 4 hour, was it on 45? Okay, so 45, I had the distribution marked up. So I had these equal lows right there, and the price grabbed this um, you know liquidity right there, and again came down within the range. Immediately came down. Previously we had a good amount of kind of bearish momentum, but when price was pushing upside, the momentum was kind of getting really big. We had small candles but huge volume coming in the market that showed that supply might be coming in the market sooner. Okay, so at this point, when the price did a U-turn and came back within the range, I saw this bullish momentum, and again this bearish momentum. I was thinking like maybe this is the point where we should be entering the market. Furthermore, that's not all. On U-turn, I said that possible fractal distribution in 5-minute time frame. So I was waiting for a price to finish off the 5-minute accumulation, so distribution. That and that did happen, and let me show you. So if you see right here, this little consolidation, some equal lows right there, with which show that price is kind of distributing. Okay, so we had clear change of fractal right there. Bearish momentum was continuously coming in the market. This trading range, price broke to the upside, mitigated. This auto blocking came immediately within the range. So at this point, I considered this as the UDAD, and I thought that it's good to enter in the market right now. So as this candle closed, I went back to my MT4 and placed my entry. But as you can see, the next candle was bullish, so I had a better entry right there. I placed my stop loss above, and as usual, I aimed for 1/4 trade. So this was the fractal behavior of price. Seeing the UDAD on high time frame, I wanted to see a fractal distribution on lower time frame, which occurred on 5 minutes. And as soon as I had the UDAD, the price coming back within the range and doing the Fakeout or UDAD, whatever you say, I entered the market. And not keeping myself very small. You know, some people would do it like you know do it like maybe very small into the market, placing the stop loss above this, but that's not my thing. Always try to stay conservative, and I wanted to have a 1/4 trade. I didn't do any partials in this trade as well. I am trying not to do any. It's a good thing, like doing partials is a good thing, but that is really affecting, that was really affecting my trading. I was missing huge trades, moving SL to break even very immediately, and that was really, was not allowing me to catch huge pips or the wave, which really occurred right there. Like if I had hold that down, price really went back all the way to 13 ratio. So yeah, that was my analysis on EURCHF, and let me just go down to GBPAUD. Okay, so let me just go down to monthly. So previously I discussed this thing in GBP JPY video. I can remember that if you are seeing any retail support or retail resistance, like the pools of liquidity, then you can use those as a target for for your setups. Like whenever these kind of zones happens in the market, forms in the market, I expect price to grab those. So I was expecting price to grab this retail support right there, and as you can see, the bearish momentum was really strong. Broke minor structure, to be fair, broke minor structure, and came down. So I was expecting price to not hold this zone any further, because look at the number of taps it did. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 taps in this little zone right there. So I was expecting price to continue with the momentum and do fake out of that, and maybe later on push upside, but time will tell about that. So on weekly, okay, just leave weekly and let's just move to the daily because that's where things are interesting. So as you can see right there, we had I was observing uh, you know this trend line as well and this trend line as well. Like I was expecting price to maybe push upside and do a fake out and then continue maybe to that and go to the upside. Like it's not clear at the moment. Again, it's really not clear. Price might do price might continue all the way downside. It could do that, but again it could seeing this moment. I was kind of afraid that maybe it could be doing like that, but that's where the high time frame comes in. So I saw the high time frame, this bearish momentum, and this other retail support. Like we were seeing the trend line right there, we were seeing trend line right there. But look at where the majority of liquidity pool should be lying. This retail support plus this trend line plus this bearish momentum. So three confluences were saying that price should be, might be going downside, while one was saying that price could be, doing upside. So I went with my confluences and I tried to look out for short setup, but obviously that's not all. I was seeing some Wyckoff distribution as well, which was kind of on lower time frame. But let me show you down there. Okay, so there was nothing on 4 hour to be fair. Yeah, it was on 30 minutes, I guess. Okay, so it was based on 30 minutes. Okay, so right there, I was seeing this as a distribution, or why so? Because if you observe these highs right here, these were liquidated by the price, and afterwards, if this wasn't a liquidity grab, then price would have been going to the upside sooner or later. But what I see was uh, this large candle, uh, large wick actually, a small candle but huge volume. So that showed me that possibly the supply would be coming in very sooner. And seeing this momentum, seeing the minor break of structure, the change of vector, you can say I was expecting price to go downside. So price came up, did a test phase, closed bearish candle, again bullish candle. So if price really wanted to continue with this bullish momentum, it should have did right there. Like there should have been a bullish candle right there printed. But again, I saw another bearish candle with an engulfing nature. So I thought that maybe this is let's just take the risk right there and continue with the flow of a high time frame. So at this point, when this candle closed as bearish candle, I went down to my MT4 and took out my trade. But again, the same as EURCHF, the next candle was bullish, so I just got an early entry right there. I placed my stop loss above this. Why exactly was my stop loss right there? Was it based? Yeah, I guess this was based on my target. Let me just check it out. Why exactly was my trade? Okay, yeah, like you would be wondering, like I could have placed right there, I could have placed right there, that was fine. I still had my trade would have been hit TP, but the specific reason for that was I was expecting price to maybe react from there and continue push to the upside, because we had this imbalance right there, and this has not been mitigated right now. As you can see, we had a little reaction of that, but price was kind of strong on higher term frame, so maybe it pushed downside. So I was targeting this level right there. I was expecting price to maybe do a reaction right there, and exactly did right there. Like after this week hit my target, price did pushed up for a few pips. So that was a target that I was looking for, and according to that I placed my stop loss right there. Those maybe above this week. I can't say really. So yeah, that was what I was observing on GBP AUD, and that was how I managed to capture GBP trade. You may see the trade taken right there. Your CHF previously would be pushed in that as well. I'll just edit that. Now moving down to the last one, EURGBP. It's running at the moment. If you remember, I did a poll on in my channel. I said that if you're expecting price to go upside or if you're expecting price to go downside. And immediately after doing the poll, I recorded a video as well, like what were the things which was saying me that price would be continuing to the upside. I would send that video as well. Like immediately when price was right there, I recorded the video and I was say like I am bullish price on this trade, and the reason like why I am bullish I stated that in the video. So I would send you that. So currently I was like waiting for price to do a swing trade right there, like mitigating this and do a swing trade right there, but that didn't occur. So currently the trade that is running is this one. On trading view my stop loss has been hit actually, but on my MT4 it's still running actually. I would show you, like it was exactly 84102. I'm not sure why. As soon as this trade got hit GPUSL, I would send the video and I would update you with that as well. So for now, EURCAD, EURCHF and GBPAUD, that's all. So I hope this was insightful and helpful. So yeah.